We are going to dive into WWE 2K23. We're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber, and we're also going to give a preview to AEW Dynamite tomorrow night live on TBS. Let's get into it. Shoot! What is going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Pro Wrestling Shoot. I'm Jesse Carter. Joined with me, as always, my co-host and best friend, James Pinard Jr. James, we're on episode 126, dude. It's growing by the day. Growing by the day, man.
I know. No time, dude. It's going to fly by, and we're going to get to 200, and it's just going to be – it's crazy. You know, it's we've came a long way. We've had our ups and downs, and here we are.
Yeah.
What'd you say, 127?
No, we're at 126.
Okay,
126.
26.
Usually we wait for people to get in here, but we're loaded. We're kind of like, I don't know. We're stuck on time today, man. It's Valentine's Day. We all got hot dates, man, with our flexible hot wives. So we're we got stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
we had to start this thing right on the dot, 4:30. Normally we wait for a little trickle in of people to pop into the YouTube chat. If you're listening on the audio platforms, come into our live chat every single Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come chat with us. Today we are talking WWE 2K23. We're also going to dive a little bit into the Elimination Chamber that is this weekend, and we're going to talk about AEW Dynamite, which is tomorrow night. Loaded card for that as well. But first things first, James, we lost another legend today. Jerry Jarrett, rest in peace. Condolences to Jeff Jarrett and the rest of the Jarrett family. Dude, 2023 is just not starting off with a bang, man. We're only in February. We've already lost too many people.
Yeah. Don West. We had Jay Briscoe.
Did Don West pass in 2023?
I think it was like the start of 2023. I could be wrong, but I think it was
Either way.
It's still saddening to see, and then getting news about Jerry Jarrett. You know, as much as not a big fan of Jeff Jarrett, but that's still saddening whatsoever. I mean, you never want to hear that news.
Yeah. It's terrible, man. It's terrible, dude. Once again, condolences to the family. You never want to see these people lost. Before we dive into 2K, James, how was your week, man? Mine last week was pretty busy coming off of that Vegas weekend. I was dragging all week because of Vegas. I'm still kind of feeling the effects, but I feel like I got a little bit of energy back. How you feeling, dude?
Yeah, pretty good. What movie did we see last week? I know you were all high over the Vegas, which, congrats on the award you won and just going to Vegas in general. We saw what movie did we see? The Knock at the Cabin, and I forgot that Dave Bautista was in there. And honestly, is
that a thriller or horror? What is that movie? I haven't even seen it.
It's sort of, yeah, I would say it's like a mix between, but a lot of good reviews on it. Dave did a damn good job. I'll tell you that. He's done so well for himself.
Have you checked out The Last of Us yet?
No, I have not.
My God. Do you have HBO Max?
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Dude, what are you waiting for? The Last of Us. Check that shit out.
I was watching the Super Bowl, okay?
Well, yeah, dude, yeah, but I think they only have five episodes. There's 5 episodes out. We got 4 more to go. There's 4 weeks. Check it out, dude. You will not be disappointed. I promise you.
Trust me, I've heard all the raves from you and everybody else. I mean, it's up there.
You have PlayStation. I don't even know why you haven't even played The Last of Us. Go and get the. Is there any way for me to game share with you? Because I have both of my Last of Us games.
I think one of them is free, if I'm not mistaken, on there. Like one of the parts, right?
No, it's not. It's not free.
I think you can game share.
If I can game share, I want to game share that game with you because that game is absolutely phenomenal. I want you, dude, you will love it. You will love it. I promise you. Frodo, welcome to the chat. I cannot believe you haven't seen The Last of Us either. Dude, if you don't have HBO Max, hit a brother up. I will hook you up. Let's do this, man. You have to watch this show. It's amazing. It's amazing. Every episode gets better.
That's what I've heard. It's I think like 100% of Rotten Tomatoes. So
dude,
that's rare to get.
Well, this is the greatest story told. I want to testify that in a video game that I've played personally. If you guys have something better than The Last of Us on a story-based game, let me know, because I want to play it, because nothing now amounts to it. We're about to talk about WWE 2K23. I hopped on Call of Duty, and I've been on Call of Duty since the end of The Last of Us. I still have a few games on the PlayStation 5 that I want to get to, but I'm playing back on Xbox over on Call of Duty because I tried to play the Spider-Man game, and dude, you know what? I'm not knocking the Spider-Man game. I'm not saying that it's bad, but compared to The Last of Us, bro, it's a no-brainer. Like it's so minuscule in comparison to The Last of Us. So I just, you got to go and play this game, James. And if I can game share it, I will. I'll give you, whatever I got to do, I'll game share that, because I have both games and I have the add-on. I have the remastered. I
think you and Chris have both. Yeah.
I have the remastered version of the first The Last of Us, and you'll want that because it's pretty old. It's 2013 old, but it looks great on the remastered version. You play that, and I also have the add-on too, so you can play that as well, and then get into the part 2. So The Last of Us has confirmed that we are getting a season 2 of The Last of Us. Listen,
rightfully so.
There's only 2 games, 2 seasons. I can't even look. If you're living under a rock like James, then you have not played The Last of Us. I'm not going to spoil it for you. But let me just say, it leaves open an area for the third one. We could have The Last of Us 3 on PlayStation 5. Is that going to happen? It's not confirmed. So I don't know. We're about to talk about WWE 2K23. Look, I'm deep into the PlayStation story games now with The Last of Us. So
as much as this man was bashing all the PlayStation products, now he's on the other side of
you know what? If I had known that The Last of Us was this good, I would have bought a PS5 or a PS4 just to play The Last of Us alone. It would have been worth the purchase just to experience that. And now I get to relive it in the shows. You got to relive this in the shows. But it's phenomenal, dude. It's a great show. And speaking of movies and Rotten Tomatoes and everything, the new Ant-Man movie has gotten the second lowest rating on Rotten Tomatoes. That sucks, dude, because I'm really excited for that. I was really excited for the Quantum Realm, or Quantum Mania, whatever it's called. Was
it really that bad?
That's what. Look, you can't take Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, you take it with a grain of salt.
You can't take it. Like what you like. That's all I'm going to say. Like what you like. I'm not going to sit here and say, like, look, Rotten Tomatoes said it, so it's bad. Yeah. That's not necessarily true. There's a lot of movies on Rotten Tomatoes that they have given a thumbs down and a Rotten Tomato on that I have thoroughly enjoyed. Frodo says, I have HBO Max, just been catching up on Snowfall before the final season starts.
Jeez, I haven't watched Snowfall in a long ass time.
So I haven't even seen that.
Yeah, I didn't know it was on HBO. I know it was I know it was on FX. I didn't know it was on there. I'm gonna have to check that out too.
All right. Yeah, happy Valentine's Day to all the ladies out there. Yeah, Valentine's Day. That's why we are in a bind on how much time we have. So we are about to jump right into WWE 2K23. We are a month exactly away. If you pre-order the game on the 14th of next month, this game is coming out. If you pre-ordered, let me just state that fact. If you pre-ordered, if you pre-ordered the game, not only do you get Bad Bunny, but you get to play this game earlier, and you get to play it on the 14th of March. James, did you pre-order yet?
No, not yet. Not yet, but I'm planning to.
You know why I haven't pre-ordered yet? Because, we have zero news on what the packs are that you get in the season pass.
Yeah, I'm surprised they have it. I know they just announced the whole roster, we're
going to go over the roster. We're going to talk about the roster. We're going to talk about the gameplay. We're going to talk about the features. We're going to talk about the modes in the game, and we're going to talk about community creations, all that good stuff. Is it crossplay? Is it not crossplay? What you can do, what you cannot do. We're going to talk about the facts that we know currently about this game. But we have one thing we don't know is we don't know what you're getting on DLC. So is it worth buying the Icon Edition for a whopping $120 when we don't know what we're getting in this Icon Edition?
Yeah, I think that's the top one, if I'm not mistaken, right? The Icon.
Yes, it's the top edition. It's like the
Yeah,
NWO edition last year. It's the top
yeah.
edition of the
Look,
game.
I would do it, but I need a physical copy. That's just, I don't know. It's just something I live with. I know you're indifferent about it. A lot of people are, because it's a lot easier to not have to deal with waiting for it to come in the mail, or wait. You have to go drive to the store when you could just have it right there. I know that's the new thing, and that's going to be the thing to catch on. But I don't know. I just like the physical copy.
Big on. Hey, thanks for joining us in the live chat, man. He says it's Sasha Banks, Mandy Rose, and Chris Benoit, Tori Wilson, and WWE 2K23. I do believe Mandy Rose. I don't think Sasha Banks. Is Sasha Banks confirmed?
I don't think Mandy's in there either.
Okay, so then they
Benoit,
removed her then.
Yeah, Benoit. I mean,
Benoit, of course not. No, he will never be in another video game ever again.
I mean, yeah,
Tori
you can
Wilson,
get him in Community Creations. I don't know about
We're going to go over the roster. I have the list of the roster, so I will confirm that for you later, but I know Chris Benoit is not in there, so don't hold your breath on that. But once again, thank you for joining the chat. We're going to stay lively, man. We're going to be answering every question that pops in here. We're going to talk about it. Dude, yeah. So I know that you're all about the hard copy of the edition and everything else like that. For me, I don't care because I'm never gonna play these games again once the new one comes out. You know me, James.
I'm the same way. I don't keep the old copies usually. I'm like, all right, this one is crap. Unless the new one
I keep them. I have them. But I never play them. They're just going to collect dust. So from now on, I'm just like, look, it's more convenient for me to get the digital edition. I mean, I'm okay with the digital edition. What I love about the digital edition is I can pop on my console and just press play. I don't have to go get a disc, swap it out. Like, you know, I don't like all that stuff anymore. Once I've tasted the digital edition games, I'm just all over digital now. Like, but that's not what. Look, to me, $120 is never worth a video game, but I always pay it for WWE. The only reason I always pay it is just because, you know, I want the max edition of the game, right? Like that's the only reason why I do it.
Yeah.
So I get it just so I can get the season passes and everything else that comes with it. Frodo says always go physical. Yeah. So Frodo is a massive collector of old video games, old everything. So for him, he is right there in your situation, James. He likes the physical copy. So he probably will not be getting the digital edition Icon. So that's what it is. You know, they can take digital from you, not physical. Yeah. Well, who's they? Who are we talking about here? What are we talking about when it comes to they?
Tell me you didn't just say that.
He did. He said it. He said it. And I don't know what he's talking about when it comes to they. Are we talking, you know what? I'm not even going to get into that. We're on YouTube. We'll get flagged, all that other stuff. I'm not going to get into that. Anyway, yeah, censorship is real over on YouTube. Yeah. Censorship is real. So, look, I'm not hurt about the digital edition just because I enjoy that. Like all my PlayStation games, except for 2 of them, which I got on Black Friday, and that's the only reason why I got physical copies, is because it was on sale for the physical copy, so I got those. That's the only 2 games, like Call of Duty that I got, the Modern Warfare 2, that's digital on Xbox. Both of the Last of Us games that I bought on PlayStation 5, they're both digital, so it is what it is. Frodo says, I got digital games I can't get anymore because Xbox took them away. Really? What do you mean Xbox took them away?
I think he's saying that, I'm assuming they were on the store and then they took them off.
If you bought them, you should be able to get them no matter what, regardless of if it's digital. I'm
not sure.
You're gonna have to hire a lawyer there, buddy. I'm
not sure.
Crazy.
I thought he was saying that there was a game that he was going to buy and then they just took it off the
Big
store.
On said it would be nice if Ivory is in 2K23. Dude, I'm down with Ivory, man. I think she's phenomenal.
Yeah. I'm surprised I know we're going to get in the roster. I'm surprised they put Molly Holly in there.
Let's get into the roster right now. I have the list over here on my phone. Let me pop that up for just a second.
And it's been somewhat edited here and there. Some people getting taken off, some people getting removed.
Okay, well, correct me if I announce somebody that is no longer in the game.
Yeah.
We're going to go over the WWE 2K23 roster right now just so we can get this out of the way and start talking about the features and what the game has to offer.
Right.
So, obviously, WWE 2K23 roster, we got AJ Styles, Akira Tozawa, Alba Fire? Alba Fire?
I think so for NXT.
Okay, Alexa Bliss, Aaliyah, Andre the Giant, so there's your first legend, Angel, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Asuka, Austin Theory. Here's my question about Asuka, though. Is Asuka getting the remodeled version of Asuka, or are we getting the green paint, old version of Asuka today?
You're getting the green paint. Maybe
you couldn't update the face paint? Like, come on, brother. Like, come on. That's an easy fix. That's such an easy fix.
Yeah, maybe it could be a DLC thing. I don't know. We haven't heard anything. There could be
we haven't heard nothing on DLC, so yeah. I don't know, man.
I mean, I have speculations who they're going to put in there.
So we got Austin Theory, Exom?
NXT.
Exom. Okay.
Exium.
Okay. I don't watch NXT, so there you go. Yeah, Frodo says my boy Theory is definitely in there. Yes, we just now announced Theory, so he is definitely in there. And this is on the 2K23 website, by the way. So this is the accurate roster I am looking at right now on 2K23. This is on their website, no other website. This is on 2K23. I got pre-order in front of my face right now. You got Batista, which is another legend, I guess you would say. Bailey, Becky Lynch, Beth Phoenix, I guess you would add as another legend. Bianca Belair, Big Boss Man, another legend. Big E, Bobby Lashley, Boogeyman. Dude, I'm going to stop right there.
I don't know how he made the game.
Why are we continuing to put... Dude, nobody wants the Boogeyman in their video game. What? There's so many legends out there. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Like, Rick Rude. I mean, I think Rick Rude's in this game. But Greg the Hammer Valentine, the Steiner brothers, like, what are we doing here? Like, why are we putting the Boogeyman in here, dude? Like,
yeah, I mean,
have you ever come across anybody that plays with the Boogeyman, or other than trolling?
I mean, back in the day, I mean,
okay, yeah, dude, I'm over it.
I guess for his 1 or 2 times appearances, he's always around during like Halloween season. I don't know. He must have it must be in the contract for him.
It's so wild, dude. It's so wild. We also got, let me see here. We stop with Boogeyman. So Booker T, another legend. Braun Strowman, Bret the Hitman Hart, another legend. Brie Bella, I guess you can say is a legend. British Bulldog, legend. Brock Lesnar, Braun Breaker, Bruno Sammartino. So this is kind of a new one right here. Bruno Sammartino, Bruno Sammartino is in the game. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I'm okay with that.
Was he in there before? I know
I can't remember if he was. If it was, it was a long time ago. I can't remember if he was ever in the game. We got Brutus Creed. I don't know who the hell that is. It's probably NXT. We got Butch.
Yeah, Brutus Creed, NXT.
We actually got Cactus Jack in the game this year. Thankfully, you don't have to create him like you did in 2K22. So another legend, Cameron Grimes, Carmella, Carmelo Hayes is finally back in the game. Cedric Alexander.
Carmelo, I think first time.
Yeah, it's his first time. Sorry, I said back in the game, but it's his first time in the game. Yeah, but he could have made the cut last year and didn't make the cut.
Yeah, so very incredible wrestler. Yeah.
So Cedric Alexander, Chad Gable, Charlotte Flair, Chyna makes a return. Thank God. Cody Rhodes is in the game this year. Thank God. We have all known that because he was the poster boy of the game. I don't know why John Cena ended up on the flyer, but we'll get into that. Commander Aziz.
Yeah, that's I think that's Almas, if I'm not mistaken. They decided to throw his model in there.
So they threw his second model.
Yeah, I think that's him. Let me make sure. But I thought that was.
Copy that. We also got Cora Jade, Cruz del Toro, Dakota Kai, Damian Priest, Dana Brooke, Dexter Loomis, Diesel, another legend, Doink the Clown, another legend, Dolph Ziggler, Dominic Mysterio, Dewdrop. So, bro.
Oh, come on.
Off the bat, we can't change the name of Dewdrop. Like, it's Piper Niven now. Like, take Dewdrop out of that and just rename her. It's a really simple update. It's a simple update for the name. That's it. Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, Eddie Guerrero, another legend. Edge, I guess you could say another legend, but he's active roster. Elias, Eric Bischoff, another legend, I guess, not a wrestler, but he's in the game again. Eric, Ezekiel. So here's something interesting. So we have Elias and Ezekiel both in the game.
Yeah,
I'll
give him that.
I like that. I'm all for that. Farouk, another legend. Finn Balor, Gigi Dolan, Giovanni Vinci.
Imperium.
Yep. Goldberg, another legend. Grayson Waller, Gunther, Happy Corbin, Hollywood Hogan, and Hulk Hogan. So you get 2 different models this year of Hulk Hogan instead of changing his attires. I think you did last year too. I'm not sure. Humberto, the Hurricane, another legend. Ija Dragunov.
Is Hurricane in there?
Yep, the Hurricane. It shows the Hurricane right here on my screen on the 2K website.
Huh. I didn't know you made the cut.
Yep. The Hurricane is in the game. What's up with that? So, and then you got Indy Hartwell, Io Sky, Ivar, JC Jalen.
Yeah, JC Jane from
JC Jane.
Attraction.
Okay,
yeah.
JC Jane, Jake the Snake Roberts.
I think he got removed. I think Jake got removed because of AEW.
Did he?
That's what I've heard, but I could be wrong. Let me double check that one. There was like a report that some stars
because
got
that
removed.
is on the 2K website right now, currently. So, well, this is what I'm reading from there. This is what we get. JD McDowell. What is it?
Was when JD McDonough or McDowell?
McDonough? I don't know. Is that another NXT? So we got a huge NXT roster.
Yeah,
right
NXT.
Here.
Yeah, he's from NXT.
Jerry the King Lawler, another legend. Jay Uso, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, another legend. Jimmy Uso, Jinder Mahal, yay. Jacqueline Wyde, JBL.
Joaquin.
Oh, is it Joaquin?
Yeah.
Wyde or Wild?
Wild, I think.
Is it Wild?
I think so.
Okay, Wild. It's all spelt weird. JBL, John Cena, Johnny Gargano, Julius Creed, Kane, Karrion Kross, Katana Chance.
NXT.
Okay, Caden Carter.
NXT.
Kevin Nash, another legend. Kevin Owens, Kofi Kingston, Kurt Angle, which I'm really happy about. Kurt Angle is in the game this year. That's great. That's going to be fun to use on Universal and such.
Yeah.
So LA Knight, yeah. Lacey Evans, boo. Liv Morgan, Lita, another legend. Logan Paul, boo. Ludwig
Kaiser.
Ludwig Kaiser. So you got Mace on here as well.
Yeah, he had his old gimmick from the one group. They changed it. Now he has, I think it's Mace or that male model group.
Mansoor?
Yeah. I don't remember how they pronounce it now, but yeah.
Is it Mansoor? Because we also got him. So we got Macho Man Randy Savage, which, dude, look, here's my bitch. You got Macho Man on the game. You got the same damn model. Like the same model that we've always had on like, switch it up, 2K. Stop copy and pasting this stuff. You're going to give us legends, dude. There's so many different eras of these legends that we can have. Why can't we have Macho Madness? Why have we not had a good Macho Madness from the WCW era? I don't understand. I don't understand that at all. That was his best attire ever. And they keep giving us like this, like golden era bull crap. You got Madcap Moss, Mansoor, Matt Riddle, Maurice, Molly Holly. So there's a legend right there, women's legend wrestler for you. Montez Ford, Mr. McMahon. I'm going to let that sit in for a little bit. Mustafa Ali, MVP. Natalia, Nikki Ash, Nikki Bella, another legend. Nikita Lyon, Yam Bam Bigelow. And then we got Noam Dar, Omos, Otis, Queen Zelina, Randy Orton, Raquel Rodriguez, Razor Ramon, another legend, Reggie. I don't know who. Oh, I remember Reggie.
Reggie, he's in NXT. Yeah. It's a joke, but yeah.
Yeah. Rey Mysterio, Rhea Ripley, Rick Boogs, Ricochet, Ridge Holland, Rikishi, Rob Van Dam, another legend, Robert Roode, Roman Reigns, Ronda Rousey, Roddy Piper, legend. Roxanne Perez, R-Truth, Sami Zayn, Santos Escobar, Scott Hall, another legend. Seth freaking Rollins, Shane McMahon, another legend, I guess. Shanky, Shawn Michaels, another legend. Shayna Baszler, Sheamus, Shelton Benjamin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Shotzi, Solo Sikoa, Sonya Deville, Stacy Keibler, another legend. There you go. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stephanie McMahon, I guess you could say legend. Six, legend. Tamina, T-Bar, Ted DiBiase, legend. The Miz, The Rock, legend. Titus O'Neil, Tommaso Ciampa, Triple H, legend. Trish Stratus, legend. Tyler Bate, Ultimate Warrior, legend. Umaga, legend. Undertaker, legend. Vader, legend. Veer Mahan, Wes Lee, Xavier Woods, Xia Li, X-Pac, legend. Yokozuna, legend. Zoe Starks. And then for the Ruthless Aggression pack, so far we get Brock Lesnar 01, the prototype, which was obviously John Cena's first character model. You got Randy Orton 02, and what is it? What is Batista's? Leviathan. Okay. And then you get Bad Bunny for your pre-order. So
and Johnny Gargano's in the game. They effed up. They had him. So people don't know he was in the trailer.
I already announced Johnny.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I announced.
After he demanded it, saying, "Hey, I'm in the trailer. What's going on?"
Yeah. So Johnny Gargano. So, dude, look. Are you happy with the Legends list this year? I'm happy that they put the NWO in again. But this time you don't have to pay, prepay for them.
Yeah, thank God.
They're just in the game. You get them. So that's cool. Who is missing from this roster legend wise that you would have liked to see? So we go back up to some of the comments right here. You got what was that one? He wanted Ivory. Ivory's not in the game.
Yeah, I would have thrown in Ivory in there. They threw in Molly Holly.
No Mandy Rose, no Sasha Banks, no Tori Wilson. So that answers your question. None of those people that you posted are in the game. We also have Matt Lopez in the chat. Thanks for joining, man. He says, I'm going to do Bruno versus Kurt Angle. That's going to be a good match for sure. He said, never had played Boogeyman in years. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
I'm surprised Johnny's wife's not in the game. I'm surprised she didn't make the cut.
Oh, yeah. That's
cool.
Maybe she's downloadable content. The Boogeyman was good in SVR 07. See, the downloadable content is going to determine whether or not I'm buying the season pass or not, because it's like, do I really need these characters? You better give me a really awesome Legends pack, because it sounds like everybody that we had to pay extra for last year is in the game this year.
Yeah, there's a good amount of names that are not in the game. I mean, maybe there'll be a DLC. Bray Wyatt's not in the game. He might be DLC. Uncle Howdy, I don't know if that would be a thing.
Yeah, so it's going to, that's what's weird. Bray Wyatt not announced for the actual game. He's going to have to be DLC, dude. It has to be. Right?
Roderick Strong, I'm surprised he didn't make the cut, and he's in NXT.
Big On said they should put everyone in the 2K20 roster in 2023. Well, everybody in the 2K20 roster is currently in AEW, so
that's what
it works a little differently.
I would think Dusty Rhodes, that would be a possibility.
Yeah, would make sense. Don't we have Dusty Rhodes?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't. Yeah, when was the last one he was on?
That's got to be in a Legends pack, dude. Dusty Rhodes. The dream, baby.
Yeah.
Come on, dude. Come on. He said the 2K23 roster should be
he was in 2K20. Plus. That was the last time he was in, was 2K20
yeah,
for Dusty.
Yeah, it's just crazy. He said so Boogeyman is DLC this year?
No, he's in the roster.
Isn't DLC this year. No, he's not.
No,
was Boogeyman last year? He was.
I think he was.
Oh my God, dude! See, this is the kind of shit that WWE 2K needs to stop. Like
Michelle McCool, I'm surprised she didn't make the cut. I mean,
it's wild, dude. 2K23 should have Eva Marie, Toni Storm, Ember Moon, and Kelly Kelly.
I'm surprised we didn't get no Mankind. We didn't. I mean, we got.
Look, Toni Storm and Ember Moon are both in AEW. Kelly Kelly and Eva Marie, I could see, but the other two, that's not happening, brother.
Yeah. We didn't get Demon Finn Balor. I'm surprised we didn't get that. That could be a DLC thing.
Frodo says, he was DLC last year, and Frodo
no
also
Flair.
agreed.
I'm kind of surprised.
Should
no
have
Flair.
Eva Marie. No Flair. Yeah, that's
no
crazy.
Flair.
No Ric Flair. So what? We're getting him in DLC, which we had for free last year.
Got to get Sheiky Baby in there.
We don't
maybe
need
Kurt
the Iron
Hennig.
Sheik.
Kurt Hennig.
Kurt Hennig, I'm cool with.
Road Warriors.
The Steiner brothers, maybe.
King Booker.
I'm just saying. The Steiner brothers.
Who else didn't make the cut?
Booker T is on the game.
The OC, they didn't even make the cut. I'm surprised they didn't make it at all.
Yeah, they'll be DLC.
Hit Row, they'll probably be DLC. Emma didn't make it.
None of Hit Row made it?
No. Tony D'Angelo from NXT, very popular. He didn't make it. There's no Sable.
Well, that's Brock Lesnar's fault, brother.
Yeah, well.
No Sable. Who else didn't make it?
I'm trying to think. I'm just looking at names like people. Let me see.
Big On says
Bray, Oklahoma,
2K23 need Attitude Era mode. We've already gotten that on a game, so Attitude Era mode has happened already. Everything Pro Wrestling says, "Yo, what's going on, Conrad?"
Bobby the Brian Heaton. Someone said he should be in the game at some point.
Well, yeah. See, so we haven't really announced all the managers either, and I also got a report that Scarlett was taken off the game as well, and now put on there as a manager. So
yeah.
So we haven't gotten the full roster.
Jimmy Hart.
Here's the thing, dude. We don't know what this game has to offer yet. We just don't. Like, I don't know if it's worth paying for the icon right now. You haven't told me what the DLC packs are. When you release we're 1 month away to the day. 1 month away from the release if you pre-order the game. You have not told me what I'm paying for. What am I paying for, James?
Yeah, it's I know we got a month, we got 5 packs, so
yeah. What is if all these wrestlers are on the roster as is from the $60 game, what stops me from just buying the $60 game and saying screw that season pass?
Until you give me something like what's in the DLC.
And that's the thing too. If Bray Wyatt is DLC, are you going to make me wait until the final drop of the DLC? Because by the final drop of the DLC, AEW Fight Forever is going to be out, and I guarantee I'm not going to be playing your game. So Bray Wyatt is not going to be mattering to me very much because I'm going to be playing AEW Fight Forever.
Yeah, I'm trying to take a guess on these 5 DLC packs. There's going to be a Legends one, probably an NXT one.
I don't care about NXT. Don't give me an NXT pack. I don't care.
I'm trying to think. Maybe something like, I don't know, contributes like the Bloodline. I'm not sure.
Big On says they should put Wade Barrett and the Nexus in the game since it's featuring John Cena.
Wade should be in it. The rest of the boys, they can't. I know
that had a pretty good history right there. But you can't.
They should.
Everybody.
Yeah.
You can't put everybody that's had a feud with John Cena. Otherwise, we'd have CM Punk in the game.
Not to mention there's some guys in Impact. So, trying to think of other names they haven't put in, but they've been pretty good about it, not putting someone in from like one of the previous games and then they're in AEW, like Keith Lee was in one of the years.
Yeah, they're trying to stay away from
Regal made the cut, right?
So look, everything Pro Wrestling said. How do you feel about paying for legends we've had before? I don't feel good. So here's the thing, like. Last year we paid for Boogeyman, right? It's like, dude, nobody cares about the Boogeyman. Look, you're gonna have to really impress me with this Legends pack. You have to really impress for me to want to pay for this. I want the Steiner brothers. Give me the Steiner brothers, and I'm talking like old school '80s Steiner brothers.
Yeah.
And then give me Big Papa Pump as an extra. You know what I mean?
Yeah, put both of them. Put Rick. Put Scott.
Yeah, dude. Give me both versions of those guys, as well as you got to give me Dusty, man. You got to give me the American Dream, baby. His son is in the game. Like, he's the headliner right now. So give me the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I don't even know what other legends you can put in there because I don't care about Lex Luger. I don't want Luga, baby. I don't want none of them. Like, you can't give me Sting because he's employed in AEW, so I can't have the Stinger. Who else would you put in there for legends-wise, James? We got the Hart Foundation. You can't get Owen Hart. Owen Hart is going to be a part of AEW Fight Forever. So
I'm trying to think like somebody from like an alternative perspective. I mean, I don't know if they've ever done like doing something. I mean, I don't know how big for The Rock was going to be in the game. If they wanted to throw in like, Rocky Johnson, it was all his beginning alternatives of wrestling. You could have done Stunning Steve Austin if you wanted to.
Yeah, dude. I'm
surprised
we've had a stunning Steve Austin.
Heyman, I'm assuming Heyman's he's in the game as a I mean, they could have maybe put EC. I know they put
Big
EC.
On over here is asking for too much. He said they should put Sonny in the 2K22. That's not happening, buddy. It's not going to happen.
I'm surprised they didn't put in more ECW in there. I mean,
Conrad says, what if they had eras mode similar to NBA 2K, Golden Era, New Generation, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression, etc. And here's the thing.
That's what I think they might just do.
They're not going to do it. I'm going to tell you why. They're not going to do it. This is a yearly release we're talking about. If they're going to do something like that, they're going to save it for one of their theme showcase mode type deals.
I'm looking at the roster before or the DLCs from before.
You got to, but look, he's talking about a mode, an actual mode. You're not going to put a new mode in. Look, we barely just got GM mode. We barely have an update coming for the universe mode, which we're going to dive into. Dude, it's not going to happen. We got this career mode that everybody was raving about that can continue and can continue and continue and continue. That's what they wanted, so they got it, but it's so boring. Like I can't do it with the career mode anymore.
Jeez, I'm just looking at these packs. So
for them to take away from their copy and paste situation for a yearly release, the only way we're gonna get a game that has new modes like this that Conrad is suggesting is if they break away from that yearly release, which we know WWE's not.
They pretty much did copy and paste pretty much. So they had 5 packs before. You got the first one was the Bonsai pack. You got Yokozuna, he's already in this game. Umaga in the game. Rikishi in the game. Omos
everybody
in the game.
that you've paid for now last year is now currently in the game as you open the package.
So. Yeah, just about. I mean, there's like maybe a few names they didn't include. Let me see. Commander Disease is in the game. LA Knight, Logan Paul, Machine Gun Kelly, didn't care for it. Zia Lee, I don't know if she made the game. I didn't care for it much.
Zia Lee's in the game, yes. And Big On says, what will happen if they put AEW superstars in WWE games? Well, they did it last year, but they're not going to do it this year because they're under contract. The reason
if somebody jumps over ship, there's nothing they can do about it.
That's what I mean. So that's the reason why they got away with
Mr.
it
T.
Last year.
Well, the
game was already in production. They're going to be in the game regardless. Steve Kelly, welcome to the chat. Says Braun Breaker is in the game. Or is Braun Breaker in the game? Yes, he is in the game. He has been confirmed. So, yeah, dude. I just, as a Legends pack, I don't know. Like, I don't really know what else you can release other than, like, the women's of wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, you could give us, like, a Lunger Blaze. You could give us,
Medusa. Yeah.
That's the same person.
Yeah. Well, alternatives. You know what I mean? Yeah, but that's something they would do, just alternatives.
That's what I mean. Like, you can give us, like, Luna. That would be great. You can give us Luna. I don't know if they're going to refrain from giving us Luna, but you can give us Luna. You can give us Gangrel and the Brood. Possibly, maybe not with Christian, but you can give us Brood Edge. You can
Christian,
give us Brood Gangrel. You can't do Hardy Brothers, so I mean, dude, everybody is signed with All Elite Wrestling, including Legends. So I don't know how this is gonna work when it comes to that. I'm assuming we're gonna get somebody like Kamala. Maybe Kamala will pop in. I would like an ECW pack. That'd be great.
Yeah,
why not like Tommy Dreamer? You know what I mean? Bubba Ray, Devon. Give us the Dudleys.
No, they won't give it to him. Impact.
Why not?
Impact. He's an Impact, so they won't give him.
That doesn't matter.
They won't put him in there. Like Mickey James, they won't put her in there.
I don't
know.
Here's the thing. Bubba Ray is not signed with Impact.
Yeah, I know, but they're like, hey, we have an Impact. They don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but I think we can get away with I think we can get away with the Dudley Boys. I think we can get away with that. I also think we can get away with Sadman.
And I don't think they'll put Devon.
These guys before.
I think Devon quit, if I'm not mistaken. He quit the company. He was like pissed off with them.
I think he was released.
or released, and he was
released.
not happy. Yeah, so
yeah. But you think he's going to deny a paycheck? I mean, it's the wrestling business. So, let me see here. Everything Pro Wrestling says, I wonder how Jake the Snake Roberts could WWE
That's what I
AEW
said.
deals. But I think
He's the only one.
should be allowed. Yes, legends should be allowed. I agree with that. But Tony Khan and Tony Khan, he's a little bitter at WWE.
He's a little
right
pissed
now, so
off.
that's not going to happen.
Tell, so.
Everything Pro Wrestling says, so they use it as a season mode and let you play with filters for that time period, but you can change it. I think he's talking about that mode he was talking about. Like, what if LeBron always stay in Cleveland, etc.? You could have a choice, but you could add these to universe mode. Well, that's the thing is universe mode. I've discussed this on a previous podcast. Universe mode now, it has been confirmed that this mode was like untouchable for the longest time because they took it from Ukes. And they had to it was such a fragile mode that they couldn't get in the coding to change anything. And that's why you got a broken universe the last couple years on the game is because they've just now figured out a way to break into this universe and start changing things up. So I'm looking forward to that universe mode being a lot better this year. We'll see what they do with it, but they had to take the promos out. All sorts of stuff was bugging up the universe mode, and it was because they added the promos in and all that. It's wild, man. It's a lot more complicated when you have a yearly game release than if you just release one game and keep doing add-ons for a few years until the next game comes out. I mean, look at GTA. Let's take Grand Theft Auto for example. You know what I mean? They've had the same game since the Xbox 360, and they just basically keep adding stuff to it, updating the graphics. They're not breaking their servers by doing this. It's their game to torture, so they can do whatever they want with it, and that's why we haven't gotten a new GTA in many, many, many years. So once we do get a new GTA, I think that everything that you've done on that online, Grand Theft Auto Online, will transfer over to this GTA as well. So who knows, man? Who knows what the deal is with that? Stephen Kelly says Andre the Giant. Yes, Andre the Giant is in there. Big On says Viscera Big Daddy V. There's a good one. Yeah.
Pat McAfee. I'm just seeing comments.
Pat McAfee could be another one as well.
If they want to be clowns about it, Johnny Knoxville, because there's one WrestleMania appearance. If they want to throw someone in
Big
there.
On says, is Impact going to make a new video game? Bro, Impact can barely afford to stay on TV. I don't think
not happening.
I don't think
here's a good one.
That.
Here's a good one, and I would be very Crime Time.
Crime Time, okay, yeah. Steve Kelly also says Harlem Heat. That would be cool. Harlem Heat.
I think they were in there, right? Once.
I don't think Stevie Ray ever made it. I can't remember, dude.
I see, ECW Pack, like we mentioned, Sabu, Sandman, Dreamer, Raven.
Big On says, what will it take for Ukes and THQ to come back and make video games again? Not much. An AEW deal. That's what it took. They are both currently working on the AEW Fight Forever video game, THQ Nordic and Ukes. So I am personal friends with Brian Williams as well. He was working on the AEW video game halfway through, or more than halfway through. He pretty much had that thing finished, and something happened along the way to where he just wanted to switch jobs. He got a job offer to go back with WWE 2K games, and he took that. So now Brian Williams has been working on most of the process for this new game that you're going to be seeing.
Chavo. I'm surprised they didn't put Chavo.
Chavo would be good. Yeah,
he's not in AEW.
Impact is more of a shop opera.
Shop opera, yeah.
I'm not even sure what he means by that. I look, I don't watch too much Impact. I just can't watch, like, if I'm going to watch wrestling with a small crowd, I'm going to be in the crowd. That's
it's like watching the Universal Studios all over again.
Yeah, I can't get into it anymore. It's more about spectacle for me to entertain myself on TV. I need a bigger crowd. And after the pandemic and everything that happened there where we didn't have any crowds, I'm checked out when it comes to no crowds.
Alpha Sika. That they could throw them in the game. Maybe, I mean, it's a bloodline thing if they wanted to.
They could, yeah. They can call it the Bloodline Pack. That'd be
cool.
Let's
see. So here's some other ones. George Steele. He was in I think Here Comes the Pain. I think that was the last one. If they want to throw him, DDP.
Oh, Stephen Kelly says soap opera. That's what he meant by that. Soap.
Okay,
opera.
That's what I figured. Obviously, Sheiky Baby, Billy Graham. I mean, if they want Honky Tonk Man, Junkyard Dog.
Okay.
Brutus Beefcake, we already mentioned. Ricky Steamboat.
Ricky
But I
Steamboat.
don't know if they'll do it because he was AEW appearance. I know they're very high on stuff like that.
Buff Bagwell.
Yeah, you could put.
I'm just saying, man.
Stuff. Yeah.
Why not give us some WCW guys?
King Kong.
There's
King
so
Kong
many
with
WCW
Sid
guys.
Vicious,
I'm gonna say a name. Here
Demolition.
The Disco Inferno.
No, him and Conan. Okay. The fact that you brought him up, and I was about to go on a rant about the whole Conan thing about doing the frog splash. That guy's.
It's official. You can only be Hispanic to use the frog splash now. Rob Van Dam, sorry.
You're not Hispanic, brother.
You've got heat with Conan now. You can't do any Eddie Guerrero poses. Everything pro wrestling says disco.
Disco
fever. Yeah.
If it wanted to,
look, I'm just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing if it sticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's tons of WCW guys that you could use. Obviously, you can't use Chris Jericho, but yeah, the Ultimate Dragon, great. Yeah. What about Psychosis? What about, you know what I mean? Like, there's so many people. Psychosis was actually employed by the WWE. It was Psycho, or was it Super Crazy? I was about to say Psycho Crazy. Super Crazy.
They probably won't put Hoovy.
Why not give us like a WCW?
Yeah, I would think La Parka. I mean,
Hoovy. Yeah, Hoovy is another one.
Hoovy, they won't. I'm pretty sure AEW appearance.
He's not under contract though, man.
Yeah, but they're very like, meh.
I doubt it. If WWE had the opportunity,
I get it. They put Regal in so quick. I didn't think they were going to put Regal in, and he jumped right back, and they put him right in. So I mean, I could be.
Yeah. He's going to be a general manager on the game for sure.
I see Carlito.
I don't know, man. Let's get off this roster stuff because roster. It's all great and everything. I think the roster does look a lot better than the 2K22 roster for sure. But as far as like the DLC packs, we'll have to wait and see what they have for us. I have not pre-ordered the game just because I'm waiting to see what these DLC packs are. I want to know what I'm paying for. I'm not going to just give you my money and then not know what I'm paying for. You know what I mean? Like I'm just over that fact. If I'm going to buy that Icon Edition, I want to make sure it's worth it. Otherwise, I'm just going to get the $60.
Just all these names. Yeah, Victoria, Ivory, Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Someone said Earthquake, Great Collie.
Steve Kelly says, give us WCW style war games. Yeah, your whole theme on the game is war games this year. We got war games finally, and that seems to be the talk of the town. James is war games is back. We've done a little video on it. Look, you do, and on the video I wasn't sure about the other arenas that you get, but you do get 3 arenas for war games. So you do get your Survivor Series, you do get NXT Takeover, and then you get this special war games right here, which is what I'm thinking is in your story mode, because it doesn't show any NXT themes or anything. The My Rise, yes. So this is the My Rise arena. My question is, all right, look, if you're gonna give me a Survivor Series War Games, that better be your Survivor Series arena. My Survivor Series arena, when I go to play a 1v1 match, better have 2 rings. I'm just saying, because otherwise you're going to throw off my whole realistic vibe when it comes to
where did this second ring float from? You just made room.
They dropped it from the ceiling. Like I'm just, I can only play along so much. Like, you want to do a simulation game, let's do simulation.
I mean, it's a simple fix. Just put a wall barrier, just put a a visible wall or something like they used to do in GTA games. You can just wrestle 1 ring.
I've heard it's fun, James. How excited are you to play this War Games match?
Yeah, War Games. I mean, besides the fact that I know 5v5 should be in the game, but it is what it is. But War Games being in the game is a big plus. A lot of people are excited for it. I'm excited for it. I think you have the other photos, so when you're doing like the selections, it tells you like who has the advantage, who's going to go have their team in first. Right there. But it's pretty, honestly, it's pretty cool to have. You can do men, you can do women. There's a lot of things you can do with it. I was kind of intrigued of how much moves can you do in the center between the 2 rings, and I've only seen a few, not many. I don't know if there's going to be. I haven't seen no OMG moments being utilized in the game so far for the War Games.
I haven't seen anything yet on that.
Can you break the ring? I mean, I know that's pushing it so far, but
yeah, I don't really care too much about breaking the ring. As long as the match is fun, that's great. But so far, it feels like because everybody's been waiting for the 2-ring war games, I think Stephen Kelly's right. Like, if that could be a DLC, like, look, I will substitute paying for superstars, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to give me a superstars pack. Why not give me an arena pack?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something different. Like, give me an arena pack, give me a belt pack, or maybe not a belt pack because they usually come with all the belts anyway. Like, I don't need that. Like, I don't want to pay for that. So maybe an arena pack would be nice, a retro arena pack. WCW arenas, that would be cool. A WCW War Games style match would be awesome.
Give me something out of the box. Give me the WCW ring in middle of the water. Hog Wild, do something out of the norm.
Okay, I don't want to see no Hog Wild in here.
Just give me, I mean, I would rather have those than those foolish ones they've done, like those horror ones they did in the one game, the wrestling in the swamp or whatever the hell it was. Just don't give me those.
Big On says, I want Randy Orton 09 and Burning My Light Randy in 2K23. You might get it. I don't know. So they removed a lot of music last year in the game. I don't know why we didn't get DX music. We didn't get a lot of different music. So I don't know what's going on.
I even have your arena list here if you want me to bring it down here.
Yeah, so that's another thing. The arenas were lacking last year a lot. Yeah. That's one thing that I've noticed lacked in the game a lot.
Right. We got Raw 2022, SmackDown 2022, NXT 2023. With the black and gold coming back, of course, NXT 2.0, SummerSlam 2021, Survivor Series 2021, War Games 2021, Royal Rumble 2022, Mania 38, Hell in a Cell 2022, and I like the idea that you can change the color of the Hell in a Cell now.
You could do that in the previous game.
Were you?
Yep.
Okay.
All you had to do was just create the match, so you had to
create it. Now it's in there. You don't have to do that no more.
Well, that's good. That's good. Big On says, "What is the story mode in 2K23?" I'm trying to rush through it because we're on a time frame right now that we got to get through.
Yeah. Raw 5. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. Big On says, "What is in the story mode in 2K23?" So the story mode is you create a character and you just basically. It's My Rise. That's what the story mode is. Just go on your journey. Other than that, you got the showcase, which is John Cena, and I'm assuming you play all the matches he loses, is what I get. In, so I don't know. And he says, and is GM mode online this year? Good question. That is what we're going to get into as well. GM mode is multiplayer. It did not say that it was online. The only thing that they have confirmed that is online is the
my faction
mode. My faction mode is online. No online universe. No online GM mode is confirmed this year, as well as no cross-platform. What are we doing, 2K? Give us cross-platform, dude. You have a big community. If you would just bring that community together, it would seem a lot bigger than what you think. Yeah. There's more people that play on separate consoles, you know what I mean? Like, so if you could bring that community all into one community, your game would look fire. There's no reason why we shouldn't be doing GM mode online. There's no reason why, like, your online community has been hurting for years. Yeah. It is time to make that right. And if it's not in 2K23, that is what you need to focus on for 2K24. Your online community. You've already got your war games. All right. We got that in the game. Great. You can play that online as well. It's fantastic. That's great. You can play that online. Get good servers. Make the universe mode online. Make your game cross-platform. I don't care what you got to do. Dude, we're in 2023. Cross-platform this game. There is no reason this should be that hard to do. Brian Williams, if you're listening to me, homie, listen, man. Pitch the idea. Cross-platform, online GM mode, online universe mode. It doesn't have to be multiple people. You can only, you only need, make it 1v1 universe mode, 1v1 GM mode. Dude, you know how insane the eFed community would go if they had a universe mode that can play multiple people on this universe mode online. Do you know how insane and how big this game would be?
Oh, yeah. You get, you already have community creations. You already have PC. You have Xbox. You have PlayStation. And this year we're just doing, based off of, PlayStation 4 can play with PlayStation 5 and on. Same with just Xbox, but on two different, server wise. And come on, guys, I know you can push it out there, like you said, Brian. I know you're listening. You got to push it out there.
Yes, please, Brian, pitch these ideas, man. I'm telling you, your online community is hungry, man. They're hungry for more in your game, and I think that's why they're so much more excited for the AEW video game than they are for the WWE 2K23 game, and that's because they're looking forward to having fun on a wrestling game again. We have not had fun on a wrestling game in many, many, many years because these servers suck. They suck. They're terrible. You're so limited. We've already removed the Royal Rumble, which is another thing that we loved doing online. It was fun. Dude, keep the lobbies in. Make these lobbies more crisp. You need to make other modes playable online, dude. That's stop limiting us.
Stop limiting.
Creations is cross-platform, so let me throw that out there. Community creations is still
the same
cross-platform. If you can make that cross-platform, make everything else cross-platform, man. There's too many people playing on too many different systems. You got PC, you got PlayStation, you got Xbox. We all want to play together, man.
Yeah, push the ante, do 10 players as well. I mean, you know, I know you've done 8 players. Push it up. Go 10. I think you guys can go 10. I mean, but we'll see.
Big On said when they say the AEW game comes out. So it's rumored to be May. So we'll see. April or May, something like that. I'm hoping that that's the case. Stephen Kelly says, yes, 2K comes to the 21st century with all modes. Yes. Big On also says we need Inferno matches and Buried Alive special referee matches in the game. The fact that we don't have special referee matches in the game just blows me away.
I'm shocked. I don't
understand why that's a thing. We've had it in many games before.
Yeah, and I think their main focus was
just crazy.
And I think their main focus is, War Games is their top thing, so let's fix that as much as we can. They put in new weapons. You got, I think, a hockey stick's in the game now, stop sign.
They've had a hockey stick, bud.
Okay.
Yeah, they've had that. So stop sign, they had that last year.
You can do the taunts with the weapons. I mean, that's, a little neat, I guess.
That's different. So here's some screenshots of the game. The game looks pretty good, looks pretty clean. Drew McIntyre rocking the same entrance that he doesn't do anymore, so that's a little dated. The game looks great, and it's always looked pretty great visually, man. Like I have no problem with how the game looks visually. I just want more out of it. Here's a little snippet of the showcase mode: John Cena versus Rob Van Dam, ECW One Night Stand. So yeah, it's pretty cool memory. Yeah, the thing that I don't like about this is look at the ECW arena right here. You got this huge ramp. That was not a thing.
That was not a thing.
There was no ramp.
Yeah, and if you've seen the cutscene where Cena wins, the crowd is not booing him like the ECW arena. You know how it was during the pay-per-view. They're not doing, they could have done a little.
I just don't know why we have inaccuracies. Like, if you're going to create these moments, make it accurate, dude. Make it make sense for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So here's a good moment. Kurt Angle and John Cena as the prototype where he does the ruthless aggression. That's going to be pretty fun to replay. Here's a picture of the Bloodline coming out to SmackDown. Here's your Hell in a Cell with the silver cage, the steel-looking cage. Looks like you got the old-school model of Shawn Michaels back when he faced The Undertaker. So that's
is that what cool. I think that's what the Eddie armband, right?
I'm not sure.
I know I've seen that, but I've heard it has to do with, I think, with Cena. I think he fought him with that, and that's why they just used that model.
Okay. And then here's the red version of the Hell in a Cell, too. So great looking imagery. I'm happy with the way the game looks. I just feel like we're missing the ball in the online community again, and I hate to say that, but I'm happy that we got the War Games match in. I just know what's going to happen, and I know that when I go to play Survivor Series, it's going to have one ring, and I think that is corny as hell, and I just don't like that because that takes me out of my simulation mind, as well as the gameplay, dude. Like, last year's gameplay felt so limited. I felt like you can only do so many spots in the match before it got boring, and you just wanted to end the match. Like, I've already run all the spots in this 5-minute match. It's like I need the gameplay to flow a lot more in order to make it feel more simulated. I get it. They're doing their best work that you can do in a 6-month period before this game releases, because it's basically all the time that they have, about 6 to 7 months to create a new video game. So that's why you got a lot of copy and pasting going on. I can't wait for AEW Fight Forever, because that's going to be a game that they continue to add to, and I'm excited to see how that works out in a video game, because this yearly release is kind of what's getting us in the positions that we're in all the time, James.
Mm-hmm.
Steve Kelly says, they're still running interference during matches. Yes, you can turn that on.
That's still in there.
That's another copy and paste thing that they do. So it's definitely not hurting it, man. As far as like the features go, man, like you still got your community creations. I've heard that the community or the creator wrestler is bigger than ever. The creator belt is bigger than ever. The creator arena is bigger than
AKI
ever.
man is in the game. Didn't you guys know?
Yeah, which is really weird, because that's the company that's making the AEW game, so that's kind of a shot at them, I think.
Yeah, like
there's no yeah, it's just crazy, man. We're gonna run a quick ad, guys. We're gonna run our ad for Manscaped. This episode is obviously sponsored by Manscaped. We're gonna talk a little bit about Elimination Chamber, and then we're gonna get into some AEW Dynamite. That's tomorrow night. So yeah, I mean, look, this any more buttons you want to put on this WWE 2K23, James? Like, what else are you excited for in this game?
You know, I mean, I know we've always criticized the showcase. I wish they would have done more. Like I said, like I know I think you're playing as Cena, right? And you're reversing all the roles where he wins the matches. So, I mean, that's a little different. They have the little cutscenes, but they need to work on those crowd reactions. They're just so mediocre. The same crowd, nothing really different with it. What would I mean, the War Games is the big addition. I wish they would change it. I know they have the two those lock pods on the top of the stage, which is weird. I thought they would do them at the ramp like they were when we saw them in attendance.
Yeah.
That was kind of odd for me.
They're doing it the way that they were able and capable of doing, because this match, the reason why they haven't put this match in is because it's been one of their hardest things. I'm sure they've been working on this match for years.
Oh yeah, it's hard to surface and put 2 rings in and open the ring. You know, I mean, look, we're gonna have that problem with day one launch online and try to do. You know, I mean, we had problems with the Royal Rumble match online. It was horrendous for a number of years, and they eventually got it to work.
Yeah.
But I would say that I'm pretty excited. I mean, this is a huge roster. They put a lot of stars in there that I wasn't expecting.
It's a big roster, yeah.
I think it was 187. The DLC is. I'm questioning what are they going to put in there. What are they going to throw some?
I'm curious. I'm definitely curious, but I will not be giving them my pre-order money until I find out what is on.
Yeah, that's a big one. I mean,
Stephen Kelly says I can't wait for the AEW game. Yeah, I think we're all there, man. We're all ready to play something different when it comes to wrestling.
I would say
we're stuck with this WWE 2K stuff.
I would say. I mean, I know AEW has those mini games, and it kind of reminds me of like Mario Party and stuff. WWE should do something like that. They used to have that back in the day.
Keep it out. I'm not. I don't know. It was in AEW. I will not be playing it in WWE.
You'd be surprised.
Keep that crap out of the game.
You'd be surprised. It was pretty popular back in the day.
Okay, well, what's popular for other people is not popular for me, James. I am not interested in mini games. Like, that is one mode in the new AEW game that you can just stay away from for me. Like, I'm not gonna be playing them. Like,
mark my words. I think I was kind of like, oh, really? They're throwing this in a wrestling game. I think it's going to be more indifferent than we think. That's what I see.
Right. Well, you may have fun with it. Like I said, it's to each their own. But for me, it's not for me. I'm buying a wrestling game to play a wrestling game. I want to play wrestling. If I want to play these other games that they're throwing in as mini games, I'll go play a game on my phone. It just seems ridiculous. Like, I'm paying $60 for a damn game. I want it to be good. And I want the roster to be good too, which I feel like they've done. I feel like the DLC is going to be interesting, so I'm staying tuned for that. We'll make a video or talk about it on a next week's stream if we hear anything.
I would say keep the same thing like what they did with like the MyRes characters, where they would obviously shout out to What's the Status. He would always release those characters that weren't in there. He would up them, put them upload, and then they eventually just released him because he was doing it. So that was
So what I've learned from WWE games in the past is this year I will so every year I create my own universe, right? Like either a WCW universe, a ECW, an AEW, whatever I wanted to do, and I would download all the characters. Well, because they had that limited logo stuff. Hopefully it's unlimited logos as well that you can download. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it was horrendous.
Because if it's unlimited logos, then I can update all these WWE wrestlers on the game with the current attire. That's one thing that I've learned is that like when a WWE game releases, everybody changes their look.
Yeah, like you said, Asuka's one. Yep. I mean, you can change her to a new character.
That's what I mean. I want to be now I'm not going to be downloading anything from the community creations unless it's just an updated attire, and I'm going to add it to an attire.
Yes,
exactly. That's what I'm going to be doing this year. So that's as far as I got on WWE 2K23. Man, I'm excited for the game. I'm curious. I'm just not going to be pre-ordering it because look, Bad Bunny is not enough to get my pre-order money, and neither is releasing the game on the 14th. I want to know what I'm paying for. So I don't even care that Bad Bunny's in my game. I'll probably never use him. That's the honest to God truth. He's not going to be a part of my universe mode. He's not going to be in my GM mode. He's not going to be in any of that stuff. I'm not going to be using him. Him or Logan Paul, really. Like, that's just where I'm at.
Just the thing, just do like little things. Put the WrestleMania's Hollywood sign maybe in the corner for some of these. You can add that into the arena. That'd be cool. Maybe sometime in the future, maybe they'd be releasing the WrestleMania arena in Hollywood. That could be something. I mean, that'd be see great, how much they do with it. So,
well, we're limited for time, man. We're going to talk some more about WWE 2K23 when more information releases. We're going to talk about that probably next week, next Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Right now, we're going to get into our sponsors over at Manscaped. Guys, we'll be right back right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Yo, we got some breaking news. Manscaped now sells beard products. That's right. They are once again revolutionizing men's grooming with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. From a beard trim to a fresh shave, this technology behind the Beard Hedge Pro Kit allows you to shape your signature beard look. Now you can finally use Manscaped products to make your drapes match your carpet by going to manscaped.com and using our promo code PWShoot to save 20% off plus free shipping. It's time to tame your mane. No one likes a weird beard. Say goodbye to all your stubble trouble with Manscaped's Beard Pro Kit. It all starts with the Beard Hedger. This thing is a juggernaut of fixing faces. First off, this cordless trimmer has a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard, so no more messy drawers full of extra add-ons. That's right, face grooming doesn't need to be hard. Get 20 different beard lengths in just one guard. Plus it's waterproof, so you can shave in the shower to avoid all that hair in the sink. The titanium coated T-blade is tough on hair but smooth on your face, leading to single stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. The Pro Kit doesn't end there though. They have created 4 dermatologist-tested formulations for your post-trim care. First, there is the beard shampoo and conditioner. You need to remember all your hair is different. All of it. Your beard hair is more coarse and easier to damage than the hair on your head. That's why the kit has made shampoo and conditioner specifically designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, replace natural oils, and promote beard health. Next, the kit has Manscaped Beard Oil, an essential piece for your main facial accessory. No one wants a guy whose beard is brittle and dry. The oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath, while adding a little shimmer and shine, making you look extra fine. Cap off the kit with the Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, moisturizes, and tames for a sculpted look to attract any fellows or dames. The Pro Beard Kit also comes with 3 free gifts, a beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. So get 20% off plus free shipping with that promo code PWShoot at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com when you use that promo code PWShoot. Manscaped. Beard Hedger, 1 stroke, 1 guard, 20 lengths. All right, we're back right here on the Pro Wrestling Shoot. James, tomorrow night, AEW Dynamite, and it's a stacked one, dude. It is a stacked card for tomorrow night's AEW Dynamite. It's ridiculous, dude. The only thing that I have in question is the main event. So they struggle with keeping ratings, right? They struggle with keeping ratings. They really only tune in for the stuff that's interesting to them.
Right.
But for some reason, they're booking like a lot of mid-card guys on the main event. Not saying John Moxley's mid-card, but you got John Moxley and Claudio Castagnoli versus Roosh and Preston Vance in the main event, a Texas Tornado match. So,
yeah, I think they're just hopping on doing the cheap stuff. You know, hey, we're in Texas, let's do something Texas theme.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it'd be a fun match. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of an odd main event. You know, they haven't really done much with Moxley. I mean, he had his feud with Adam Hangman Page, and then poof, it's gone. Not doing much with Claudio, and then Roosh just lost. So, but I mean, it's kind of oddball. I mean, I believe that is confirmed the main event.
Yes.
Okay.
What did you think was the main event?
They
change it sometimes, so
yeah,
it usually what's at the top of these cards and these flyers, that's your main event.
That's usually, and that's probably the most. Yeah, that's probably. I mean, yeah, it's very stacked here. I mean, you got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 matches. You got 3 in-ring promos and sit down. That's a lot.
Yeah, you got MJF, who's contractually obligated to be in Texas. Laredo is actually where it is. So that they did the same thing for me in Seattle, and then it ended up being like a 15-minute promo. So
yeah,
what's gonna happen? We got Renee Paquette speaks with Adam Cole, and then you got Wardlow sitting down in an interview with Jim Ross. So those
they're just trying to push everybody in there, and I mean they'll make it happen, but let's see if there's positives out of this.
Yeah. So we got about 15 minutes to talk about this and a little bit of the Elimination Chamber. So let's breeze through it. We got Toni Storm versus Ruby Soho versus Britt Baker.
Yeah, so the match we didn't get. Yeah.
So we got our triple threat match on Dynamite tomorrow night. We got Orange Cassidy, the Acclaimed, and Daddy Ass versus Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, Satnam Singh, and Sanjay Dutt. Now, because Jerry Jarrett just passed away, I don't know if this is gonna continue to be the match. Maybe Jeff Jarrett's not in attendance, but we'll see how that goes. As far as this is concerned right now, it's an 8-man tag, dude, and I'm down for that. Brian Cage versus Jungle Boy Jack Perry. So that's going to be an interesting one.
That was interesting. I looked into that. Like, have they ever fought before? And it was like back in like 2019, like in the early stages. So they're featuring a lot of Brian Cage. I don't know if it's because of the contract going on with him, but he's been doing very well. I've liked his work. Jack Perry, he's already focused and he wants to be a champion. I could see it. TNT champion in the future. Could he be the one to take down Samoa Joe?
I hope so, man. I think Jungle Boy's paid his dues at this point.
Yeah, he would be an interesting TNT champion. We've seen him as tag champion. Let's see how he can do as a solo.
Or why not even like the North American or the Atlantic?
See, when I was thinking Atlantic, I was thinking Takesha. The way him and MJF performed, I loved it. MJF and him had great chemistry. And then him just getting the beat down, he's been very over. I mean, besides the Conan, of course, but but he's been very over. Even MJF was proving us like, he doesn't wrestle all the time, and when he does give you amazement.
Bobby, welcome to the live stream. I appreciate you joining the chat. He says, when is this? Tomorrow. Yes, it's tomorrow. So we are just giving a preview of the AEW Dynamite. And yeah, dude, like I said, it's a stacked card. I'm excited to see what Jungle Boy has to do with Brian Cage. We also get Adam Hangman Page versus Kip Sabian. That'll be interesting. But my interest is always with Mark Briscoe, especially since the loss of Jay Briscoe. So Mark Briscoe versus Josh Woods, dude, that's the match I want to see. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, him being featured again on Dynamite. I mean, they have the history there. I don't know if he's gonna, just fight all his old friends. I'm curious what Tony's gonna do with the, Ring of Honor belts. I'm assuming there might be they might just. I would assume they're gonna retire the belts or do some tournament honoring him. I don't know. I know they usually do that, but seeing Mark on there is, I mean, it's wonderful to see him. I mean,
yep, I agree.
It's crazy.
Well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved. You know, and I'm glad Tony's putting him on there. I mean, he was. I know he's did. I think he did. I think it was like a promo or something on Rampage, and now he's here on Dynamite. So that one's going to be heartfelt, like always.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, Dynamite stacked. I'm not even gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have this in the background in my phone tomorrow. All the new DLC, or not DLC, but all the new content for Modern Warfare 2 is coming out tomorrow, man. I'm hopping on the video game, dude. I've been dying to play Resurgence on Warzone, so that's what I'm gonna be doing with the homies. Hopefully, Frodo's still in the chat. Frodo, playing tomorrow, buddy. we're on that. So, yeah, Stephen Kelly says Dynamite is almost always stacked. You ain't lying, man.
Yeah, you ain't joking.
Dynamite is killing those cards every single week, man. They've been, since the start of 2023, they have been killing it. Like, no lies detected for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, Elimination Chamber is this week. We're about to wrap up. We're going to talk about the Elimination Chamber. Elimination Chamber is this weekend. A lot of people are complaining about the United States title being on the line in the Elimination Chamber. I say shame on you. We have wanted these titles to mean something for so long. Why not have this the main event and build this title up?
Just do a better job with it. They did a mid-card title with it before, and it was awful. It's going to be Theory. I mean, it's really
you think Theory's keeping
it? I mean, it's already been rumored he's fighting Cena. I mean,
I'm going to do a bold prediction for this match. I'm going to say Seth Rollins takes it, and then I'm going to say Logan Paul takes it from Seth at WrestleMania.
Oh God, you know,
I'm just saying, dude. That's
yeah. I understand.
I see WWE doing it. That's what I'm.
Yeah,
that's my prediction. I think that Logan Paul is going to come in and win a title, and I'm not going to be happy. So that's that's just what it is.
I mean, Montez Ford. You know, I think he'll be like the showboater, and he'll probably be like the Kofi Kingston of the match, doing crazy stuff. Damian Priest, meh. Bronson Reed, he's going to be, like I said, the big guy smashing someone in the pod or him missing. Gargano, let's see.
Everything Pro Wrestling says U.S. title is the most unpredictable match, in my opinion. Yeah, everybody that's watching the stream, too, go catch Everything Pro Wrestling live after Dynamite tomorrow night over on YouTube at EPW Show or at Everything Pro Wrestling. Search them up on YouTube. You'll find them. They do a review every time after Dynamite. So go and check them out. Get in their live chat. Their live chat is lively. It's a lot of fun, man. It's a lot of fun watching their reviews. Go check them out. He says the U.S. title is the most unpredictable match in his opinion.
Somebody will become a star out of that match.
I think
that's
that
for sure.
Everybody thinks that this is the most unpredictable, but I have a feeling that Roman and Sammy are going to make us believers in this.
Yeah, after the promo with Sammy and Cody.
Yep.
It kind of made you believe, you know, it might actually happen. They might just swerve it and throw that curveball. But I mean, I wouldn't push it. But I mean, they'll do some closeness. I still think if I had to predict it, there's going to be a Montreal screw job again.
Yeah, Sammy's that's my prediction. I'm just saying I think they're going to make it believable, but I feel like Sami Zayn is definitely losing this match, and he's going to be going on with Kevin Owens to face the Usos. I mean, Kevin Owens has nothing to do at WrestleMania, and neither do the Usos.
He hasn't been on TV. Yeah, he hasn't been involved. I mean, the Usos are already told, hey, stay away from SmackDown this week. I'm assuming that was their way to rat them out since they can't be in Canada. I like I said, I think we're going to get a surprise, either just Solo being the one betraying Sammy, or, I mean, whatever happens with Naomi.
I am so over Naomi and Sasha Banks, bro. Like, I don't care what happens with these chicks anymore. Like, I'm just going to go on and say it. Like, I'm just over it. I don't care. Stay in New Japan. Naomi can just be floating around, show up on AEW. I don't care anymore. I just don't care. Like, I'm so over it. I'm more happy for Cody and riding this Cody wave. I just want to see Cody Rhodes win the title and finish the story.
Yeah, and I'm surprised.
After that promo, dude, I would love to see Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I think that would get a lot of.
It just depends. I'm curious, and I know people don't want it. It depends how this Montreal crowd turns out. You know, they're going to be very fired up for Sammy. He's coming out with his old theme song. So
Well, just because the Montreal crowd is fired up doesn't mean nothing, because that's his home crowd. That's like throwing Daniel Bryan over here in Seattle and having us take over. You don't listen to
and
us
it happened.
just because
it happened.
It's the home.
I mean,
yeah,
they
but we didn't take it over. We didn't make him the one.
It wasn't even in their books. He just did it on his own and said, well, I'm proving it. And he just went on his own. I mean, Sammy, I know won't do that, but
yeah, well,
you know how come, I mean, this company didn't want to listen to Kofi Kingston. They didn't want to do it. And then they said, oh, hell with it. I guess we hear it enough from the fans. So they pulled the trigger and did it.
I feel like it's not going to be Sami Zayn, because if Sami Zayn does win for some odd reason, I'm gonna say it right now. If Sami Zayn wins this weekend against Roman Reigns, you can bet your ass that this match that we're getting at WrestleMania is going to be a triple threat. You can bet your ass. It's triple threat at that point, because, Roman Reigns is not going into WrestleMania without a match. That's
no, and that's the thing. The only reason I still believe I still believe that we're going to just get Cody, Roman, and Sammy's going to be teaming with Kevin. But if they really want to push the ante, well, we don't want Roman to lose the match. He can lose. But
that's the thing, though. If you don't have Sammy in the match with the Usos, then what are the Usos doing?
Oh, I know.
What is Kevin Owens doing?
I know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
because now we know you have your answer for Seth. Seth is going to WrestleMania to face Logan Paul.
Yeah,
He's all over social media blasting Logan Paul. He's setting up an angle for Logan Paul.
I'm not watching that. I hate to say it. I love Seth, but that whole it just irks me. I can't watch the Logan Paul and Seth Rollins. I mean, I don't know. I think
it's rough, man.
It's rough. And he had to get the stick of it. I'm like,
well, how about Gunther versus Madcap Moss for the Intercontinental title?
That's on SmackDown. So I think that that's
not on
that's SmackDown.
That's not Elimination Chamber?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at the card right now. No, that's SmackDown.
What's the card?
The card is the U.S. title in the Chamber. The winner of the women's gets challenged for the Raw title in the Chamber. Roman and Sammy.
So who's taking the women's chamber? It's got to be Asuka, right?
It's got to be Asuka. I mean, she was showcasing. They had that Raw versus SmackDown match on Raw. Asuka beat the hell out of everybody. Asuka seems the most believable. Liv Morgan against her? No. Nikki Cross? No. Raquel Rodriguez?
So you also got Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar in a regular singles match, which I don't understand.
Yeah, that's kind of
Edge, Beth Phoenix versus the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley.
Okay, that I can understand. That I can understand, because we're gonna get that match that we didn't get, which was Edge and Finn Balor in a Hell in a Cell at Mania. That's what I was told.
I think that would be a good way to.
That was the way they ended. That's what I've heard. It was supposed to happen at, I think, SummerSlam, and then plans got nixed for it because Edge was filming for a show.
Well, I stand corrected. Steve Kelly also says SmackDown. Okay, so all right. Well, I stand corrected. So at least
Gunther.
They're not putting that on the pay-per-view.
No, Gunther. He's probably going to be either in the 3-way match. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, or it's going to be him and Sheamus. That's what I've heard.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Steve Kelly says Asuka wins. Yeah, Asuka's going to – I feel like Asuka's taking that, and I feel like Edge and Beth Phoenix don't need the win over Rhea Ripley, because you got to keep Rhea strong going into her match,
easily. So, the interesting one, Brock and Bobby. I mean, I guess you can give it to Lashley. I mean, Brock won the other match, so, I mean, I don't know if they're going to do – this is technically part 3, so
they're gonna take this into Mania.
I don't know.
We're gonna see Brock versus Bobby Lashley at Mania. You watch.
I don't know. I mean, from what I got, Brock is the face and Bobby's the heel. That's what I've got out of it.
Yeah, it's coming, man. Well, that's just about it, man. Join us next week as we're gonna dive into some more WWE 2K23 and hopefully some AEW Fight Forever news as well. I'm going to get into that. We're going to do a little bit of the results as well on Elimination Chamber. We'll talk about the fallout. And then the following week after next week's podcast, we're going to be getting into the road to WrestleMania. So we're getting closer to WrestleMania. We'll know a little bit more. You got something to say, James?
I think there's that other pay-per-view coming up too, right? I mean, what's the one, the Valley one? I mean, I know.
That's the one that Sasha Banks is not headlining. I don't care.
Yeah, and I can't. Who's Kenny fighting? I can't remember. Who's Kenny fighting? He's on
Kenny
the card.
Omega's on it?
Yeah.
Is he on the card?
Yeah. What's that? Yeah. What's the damn card? Isn't it like something Valley?
Yeah, Battle of the Valley or something. Yeah.
Battle of the Valley. Yeah, I think he's on the card.
Is that coming up this weekend as well?
It's on Saturday as well.
So Elimination Chamber is also on Saturday?
Yes.
I will be watching the Elimination Chamber. I will not be watching Battle in the Valley.
Let me see. 2023, who's on the card? Let's see. Kenny. Is Kenny on the card? Maybe he's not on the card. I thought he was. Okada. I think
Okada's on the card, yes.
Eddie Kingston. Okada. Eddie Kingston and Jay White's on the card. That was the one.
Jay White actually just lost his match to stay out of New Japan now, so he's
I don't know. Well, yeah, and I don't know. Well, technically, he lost in New Japan, but he's supposedly going to go to New Japan Strong, which is in the States. That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
And this Eddie Kingston thing, I know we didn't talk much about it. I don't know what the hell's going on with them, to be honest.
You got about 5 minutes before we got to get out of here.
Well, yeah, that's all I got. Nothing here.
Jesus.
I'm just looking at the card.
You're the one telling me that we have a friggin' time limit. And
I know.
Wanting to continue talking about Battle in the Valley and stuff. Like, ain't nobody paying to see that.
Okay, will you watch it? Okay, your boy Tom Lawler's on there. Will you watch it?
I will watch highlights of Tom Lawler's match for sure.
Fights.
Guys, we are here every single Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're listening on the audio platform, which I know we have a lot of audio listeners, I know time is of the essence, so that's probably why you catch us on audio version instead of coming into the live chat. But we would love to see you in the live chat, so come over here and hop in. Have the discussion with us, man. Until then, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitch at The Pro Wrestling Shoot. Follow us on Twitter at TPWS Podcast. And rate and review on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. It helps us in the algorithm. If you're watching this video now, make sure you like the video and make sure you comment after this stream is done. Leave a comment. It helps us. It helps other people find us when they see more comments in the algorithm. So, yeah. Leave a comment. We will answer. We'll start a comment thread. Do your thing, man. If you want to support us any other way, that would be fantastic. We have a merch store over at brainbustertees.com. Go and check us out over there. Big merch store. And support our sponsors over at manscaped.com. We're also doing a giveaway, James. As soon as WWE 2K23 comes out, we are going to be doing a giveaway of this game, and the only way to win that free copy of WWE 2K23 is to be in our live chat. You can't
digital
be on the
or
audio.
physical?
It's probably going to be
up to the user. No, I don't know.
Yeah, it could be up to them. I'm sure we'll figure out something. Either way, you have to be in the live chat to win that. You can't be listening on the audio versions. You have to be commenting actively in our live chat in order to win that copy of WWE 2K23. We're also doing the same thing. For AEW Fight Forever. So there's a spoiler. We're going to be giving away a copy of AEW Fight Forever, giving away a copy of WWE 2K23. This is the only place to be in order to get that. RSTV, you have joined so late, man. Elimination Chamber predictions are over. We just did it. Go back and rewatch or listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'll have it uploaded tonight. Thank you for joining us, though, as always, RSTV. We really appreciate you, Stephen Kelly, as always, and some of the new viewers as well. Bobby showing
much
up
appreciated.
Frodo coming in here as always. Big On, thanks for joining us tonight. Everything Pro Wrestling is always in here every single week. I appreciate every single one of you guys. Catch you next week. I'm Jesse Carter. He's James Pinard Jr., and we'll see you next week.
Screw the Chiefs.
Yeah, fuck the Chiefs. All right. Pro Wrestling Shoot.
Pro Wrestling